near you?
Yes, you want to see it?
Yeah. We have to see, because the only time I ever saw it was when you did the video of opening up the box and taking it out.
Yeah. Right. Okay, well, I got it here. I'm going to put it right now.
As we're
I
traveling
had
through
it.
your home.
I had it in my studio, but I brought it back to the house for somebody came to visit me, and then I want to put it
Oh,
back. It's
that
a
thing's
beautiful thing
big.
and heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it weighs. It weighs. Yeah,
I gotta ask you,
it's
man,
pretty big.
what was it like for you to? It's when you win it, you're excited and everything, but there it is, artist, producer, engineer, Latin pop album 2021. What was it like for you to receive it and open it and see it physically for the first time with your name on it? Because I don't think people realize that when you win the Grammys there and you have to speak to the press, it's basically a prop Grammy that they give you to hold, and then they take it back because they got to give it to
Right.
somebody else who's got to come and do the interviews. So
Right.
when you finally get yours, what was that like?
Well, it's a crazy moment, and I got to tell you, uh, when you fill up the papers that they send you, with all of the information about the album, who worked on it, and so on. You put forward what you did, right? But that is always, I mean, it's not true and real until you see it in front of you. When I opened that box and I saw that the Grammys, the artist producing engineer, that blew my mind. It's like it was hard to take. It was like I was nervous. I broke into this emotional state. I was very surprised and I was very moved by it. It's basically Rudy. It's basically 3 Grammys in one.
Wow.
That's basically what it is. It's 3 Grammys in one. And I was like, oh my god, I didn't see that coming. I gotta tell you, I didn't see that coming. I don't want to think that it was easy. It's like, oh, because usually when things surprise you like that, there is a moment where you think, wow, really. But no, it moved me, and wow, I gotta tell you, I'm very proud of my wife and I, because how we've handled it. I tell you, psychologically, to win something like that from an independent standpoint, if you don't have the right support around you, I think I mess with you, because it's no matter what, you're gonna feel pressure. No matter what, you're gonna start somehow doubting, your next step. You wonder if from this point forward, you need to show up with 20 people entourage everywhere you go. Things like that. But I tell you, Canada is a great country for that, because how humble Canadian people are, how polite, how you know, no flashy. Let's just put it that way. And that
Mhm.
has helped me a lot to keep reminding myself how it made it happen, how it happened, why it happened, and who I am, and how I should keep going, being myself.
As
No
we
matter what.
speak, the Grammys are coming up. I just going to ask you one more question. And you kind of went over it, but I'm going to ask again, though. What is it like for you to prepare for the Grammy show? Because again, it's a split show because you have the untelevised version and then you have the televised. So technically, you're going to two different shows. So, what is
Right.
it like for you to go to prepare for the Grammys, getting dressed and everything, go to the Grammys, and then have to sit category after category after category, waiting for your name or your category to come up? And then you got to play it cool because the camera's on you and just waiting to see. So, you're either going to have a face of, excitement, that is great. Or if
Or
you
scared.
don't win,
Or
you have
scared.
to be like, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
And don't get
Yeah.
caught like some people have who are like, what do you mean I didn't win?
Right. Right. Like you say, it's a show, and that's the mentality. You have to prepare for the show. You are on camera, you are in front of the whole industry, you know, and you gotta look your best. You gotta celebrate. You know, like, I think the thing that I always try to do is to remind myself that no matter what, just being nominated is huge. Just being nominated and being in that room with so many other incredible, you know, artists and musicians and producers, you name it, it's already a major thing, you know. Um, Having said that, though, I have to say that the way this one happened, because I didn't go. I don't know if you know this. I couldn't go this last year when I won because it conflicted with my itinerary, right?
That's right. That's
And
right.
the Grammys, they had to change the original date from January to April because of that variant of COVID.
Because they moved to
Omicron.
Vegas. They couldn't do it in LA, so they moved to Vegas.
Well, when they were forced to change the date due to the COVID thing, they couldn't get a date at the what is it? Used to be Staples Center, now it's called something else. It's a Bitcoin Arena or something like that.
Yes.
And they couldn't get a gate, so they had to move to Vegas. The only location they were able to send was in Vegas. But I had then shows here in DC. I had 2 shows with the symphony, the Okanagan Symphony. And I said, well, I'm not going to be able to, we have to cancel our tickets and, you know, our plane tickets and all that. And in the end, I tell you that it was quite magical to win it that way. Having me been there 3 times, yes, there was less stress, there was less preparing for it. There was, the camera didn't see me. So, which, although it's a good thing, I mean, it's a massive moment that you get, because I think during the telecast at night, then they run the ones that won during the day, you know, so your face is seen. Even though my face wasn't shown anywhere, I was still, you know, very happy that it happened the way it did, because I don't know, it felt very, very real, very natural to me. You know, I'm in my element. You know, I was driving back home from the shows, and it screamed nothing but reality. You know, keep it real, keep it real, keep it real.
Yeah,
and yeah, it was, and it was a family moment, pretty much. You know, it was a family moment for me. I was with my wife and my youngest in the car, but my father, you know, started trying to call me. I was going in and out areas with self-service, and then when he finally was able to get a hold of me, it was funny. He thought that I knew, and I didn't, because I was driving in purpose, because I didn't want to be glued to the screen on my phone. And it was like, okay, give me a quote, you know, for the media. And I'm like, what are you talking about, John? What are you talking about? And it took like 2 times me saying that before he clued in that I didn't know. And then it's like, you don't know? I'm like, you don't know what? Like, you won this thing, man. It was amazing. And most people say, I mean, and then Canadian media said that was the most Canadian way to win a Grammy. You know, driving through snowstorm.
That is absolutely true. What advice
proud of
can
that.
you give? What advice can you give this year's Canadian Grammy nominees who are going through this whole experience right now with the press and the anticipation, the show itself? What advice can you give? Some of them have done it before, some haven't. What advice can you give them?
Right. Well, as I've been saying, just the fact that you've been nominated is massive. It's something incredible. Don't take it for granted. Take it as an inspiration to keep going and better yourself every time. The fight is with oneself and making yourself better every time. The fact that you've been nominated or even won doesn't mean that you have even better music. That you don't have even better music coming. So you have to work at it. Because music doesn't happen on its own. You gotta work.
Okay, and we got to get you working on a best Oscar score or best Oscar song with your music. That's the next one. We got to get that Oscar right next to your Grammy.